What is up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today with one of the biggest videos I have ever done in Idle Heroes, we are going to make our first X tier hero. And our first X tier hero is nobody other than LFA. We are going to make an X tier LFA. We can see the copy right now, 34 billion HP, 281 million attack, and already maxed out. I actually went ahead and already maxed out this copy for the video. And what we are now going to do is we are going to upgrade this guy to X tier. And so far I haven't seen any. I have gotten some info from Alex, shout out to him. Thank you for showing me the requirements to actually get to X tier. And yeah, we're going to take a look at this. There is now this button limit break here, and this is the specific thing that you use to upgrade from SSS to X, which is kind of fancy that we do have that. It doesn't give you any information. But yeah, we can now actually enter this LFA in here. We have exceeded the maximum a little bit. That is the X tier symbol. And as I predicted, we need one S, one SS, and one SSS copy to actually go to X tier. And I would say we just take a little detour before we do that, because one thing that we're actually curious about is the soul power. Soul power of a max copy, as I said, 9,900, just so if you're wondering about this. And we can go up to 11,000 now. I don't know if it actually says that somewhere. It should list the stat ranges here. Yeah. For X basic merging, we can get if you sacrifice an X copy, that is kind of interesting. And X tier 9,901 to 11,900. That is the new cap. And I actually don't wanna. I actually don't want to torture you anymore. Let's just go ahead and do it. We have to sacrifice one S tier. That is actually my old ATD copy. We don't need it anymore. Any of those two doesn't matter. We're going to sacrifice both anyway. And I changed my mind. We're not going to sacrifice the SSM. We are going to sacrifice Fairy Queen Vessa. Triple immunity. Hurts my soul that we have to sacrifice her. But I was convinced that the SSM is still the more useful hero. And furthermore, I received this as a gift, and I don't want to throw away something like this. So I will stick with the SSM. This one I bought for 180k, so this is no problem at all. So we can sacrifice that. All the requirements are met. So I reckon it's time. Limit break. Yes. Confirm consuming materials to break the limit. And fun fact, this is probably the biggest enhancement we have ever done. Okay. There we go. So perfected. We get a very nice new design over here. Not sure if I like the small X symbol. The big one I like. 9,997, 9,953, and 99.3. So it works like a normal breakthrough, really. Oh, well, not really, actually. Because we had extra stats. So we are already a little bit further in than you would be when you had a normal breakthrough. Okay, interesting. And there it is, X. Kind of fancy. What's the... I thought you... Oh, wait, you get the 5th bonus stat. We have holy damage effect of being healed, fear, immunity, giant killer, defier now. Okay, I don't know about that UI. You can kind of scroll here, you see. I don't know about that. I would personally prefer if we could see all these stats all the time. Interesting will now be, how does the soul power look? What is the soul power doing? 10,018, so a little bit higher. There's one more step though. I'm not done actually, even though it might seem that way. We're not done. Where's that bloody LFA? Hello? There you go. Okay, somehow back there. We are going to do one more enhancement, because the reason we actually do that is there is currently an event that you can upgrade a copy and get the bonus merging progress, so this one in the middle, even if the copy is 2 tiers below yours. So that is actually what enabled me to upgrade the SSS tier, because I could just upgrade it with 3 S tiers and get this bonus merging. So usually you only get like the basic merging then, which is like 5,350, but now doing this event we get 21,400 on top of that. So it's worth 5 times the normal value. And what we can do right now we can actually sacrifice an SS tier. Also, do you see that? We have 97 more bars to go. 97. That is crazy. I mean, we are already, check this out, we are already sacrificing an SS tier copy. And it's just giving us 37,750, which is not a small amount. But that would bring us just 10% of the way to the max stacks. Stats. And it's oh, that's really not a lot. Merging up is the amount of stats that you get per bar. And a bar is 3,000. And we get 12 bars right now. So 12 bars, meaning we get 12 times that, which means we get 720 in stats, divided between all of those. So I mean, in the optimal case, we get like 10,700 attack or something. But I guess it's worth it. I just want to see stats above 10,000. It's just like for the visual, you know? Makes sense. Let's do it. 160,000 starry gems down the drain. But it is worth it. 101 speed buff there. We got the 10,200. So it's pretty equal, I think. Yeah, looks like we got pretty equal distribution there. But now we are above 10,000 stats. So the next thing, 85 more full progress. For real. Don't we have anything that... Wait. We do have something. What is 85? Oh, 85 is actually more than I thought. That would be a B plus and a B. Okay, a little bit of a waste here, but we do have copies from this event. We do have a B plus, which we can easily use, and a B. So let's just do that. Let's just do that, and we soul perfect this LFA. We will go through here this time with a B plus and a B. Oh wait, it's 85 bars for full more progress. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Legit dumb confirmed. So it's 340. Well, that's not that easy. That would be an A minus. I mean, it's kind of not a lot, isn't it? Okay, got us an A minus. Plus. Oh wait, that's also up? How is this also up? Is everything up? Wait, if... Did they go for full like... Oh, that is crazy actually. That is crazy actually. So this is a full bar. Wait a minute. This is like a full bar. That is crazy. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was like just like SS tier for the upgrade. But you can go down to like A tier even here? That is insane. So it's just... Oh, it's the full awakening tier, like all three. Okay, that is insane. That is really insane. I have to check that out later. Maybe we'll do a little bit more. Look at this stat, by the way. Crazy. We have to do some rerolling. That looks good, okay. The thing is, I have Giant Killer, Defier, Fear, Immunity, Holy Damage, which I like. By the way, we went to 50 Holy Damage. Pretty cool. But I don't really want that. I wanna have some other upgrades. Can we check those out before we do them in like the Soul Temple? Because there was usually... Yeah, there we go. We have the X stats there. Burn Immunity, Bleed Immunity, Poison Immunity. And then we have the new ones. Desperate Momentum, Body Protection, Pure Flow. I want the one that gives you the higher bonus stats. That is what I want. I would take Seal of Light Immunity. Hunter's Focus is decent. Giant Killer Defier would be what I really want. Skill damage is good. Holy damage is good. But mainly the combination would be Giant Killer Defier and then the one that gives you the higher buffs. And just like the purpose is also that we get to check out a few of the new stats. That is also a thing. So let's do the first reroll. We got Giant Killer, Hunter's Focus. We're going to 300% skill damage. So that was 250 before. That is obviously the same. It's not worth switching, I think. I want to see some of the new ones. Okay, there's one of the new ones. Hunter's Focus Factional, and there we have Desperate Momentum. When self HP is below 30%, there's a 25% chance to be immune to the direct damage taken. This can, of course, be OP. I mean, in theory, that is not just one charge, right? So as long as you're below 30% HP, it's just like, 25% chance to just withstand with whichever damage is thrown at us. The question is, can this be overkilled? So like, if I do more than 30% of your damage in one hit, you're just gone? Is a question. But obviously we are going for like more of a different stat. What a long text here. But you get to see all of these stats and how high they are. 65% armor break. Okay, crazy. We got Giant Killer, Hunter's Focus, Ship Crusher, Control Precision. That's not it. Pure Flow. Nice, okay. When self is inflicted with a control effect, reduces its duration by 1 round. It's a pretty cool effect. I don't hate that. I don't mind if I get this. If I get like Giant Killer, Defier, then this body thing, and Pure Flow. Ooh, could be good. Could be good, I could see that. You got, well, really nothing. But I reckon it's going to... I don't think we're going to get like a roll today. Okay, there's Unyielding War Spirit, which wasn't listed, I think. The lower the... I was wondering about this. Lower the self-HP percentage, the higher the all damage dealt and all damage reduction, up to 25% all damage dealt bonus. All damage reduction can be obtained. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on how low the HP percent has to be for that. But I don't know about that one. It looks cool. Unyielding War Spirit. Desperate Momentum we have already seen. Divine Block, Defier, Desperate Momentum. Okay, triple D there. Very cool. Divine Block, Defier, Ship Crusher. Nah. They made no pity thing in there. We have yet to see any dot immunity. Giant Killer, Holy Armor, Divine Block. And there we have Body Protection. Body Protection, Hunter's Focus, Pure Flow. That's such a cool roll. Oh, that is so insane. It's 33%. That is so insane. Body protection, I think, is really... Body protection, I think, is the reason you go for this. It's really like... It is really the reason you go for this. Immune to shape-shifting, only arm pure flow. Body protection is really... That is really the thing. I reckon even Giant Killer body protection would already be better. Oh, there we have bleed immunity. We have Ship Crusher, pure flow, bleed immunity. Very, very nice. Okay. Divine Block, Defier, Unyielding War Spirit. Holy Armor, Body Protection. It is really body protection. Imagine Giant Killer, Defier, body protection. But it's like, we get so little hammers. That is kind of sick, I don't know. Giant Killer, Holy Armor, Unyielding War Spirit. I would have honestly thought about picking that if it was Giant Killer, Body Armor. Giant Killer, Pure Flow. Nah, I don't think so. Also 3 crab stats on top of that. That is a little bit ugly. It's a little bit ugly. Burn Immunity, Hunter's Focus. That's like the Valk immunity people were waiting for. Poison Immunity. So now we have seen all immunities. Seem to be a little more common on this one even than the body protection. Give me that with Giant Killer! Seem to be a little more common even than the immunities to CC somehow. The age says they are all the same rarity, but I don't believe that. Lead immunity, Desperate Momentum. I just want to have a roll with some of the new stats as well. Pure Flow. It's just like only ever one. Defier, Unyielding War Spirit, and Giant Killer 2 Bloody Rare. No! Give me GK. Hunter's Focus, Unyielding War Spirit. It's kind of funny. GK is still the strongest stats that you can get on Hero's Copy for like PvE. Defier, Pure Flow. Holy Armor, Body Protection. Giant Killer, Defier, Skill Damage. Where are like my... put Body Armor on there. Imagine that. Imagine like, not reduced dot received, but Body Armor. Ooh, big roll. It's the first time we see Giant Killer Defier here. And it's unlikely we ever see it again. Let's be real. Giant Killer. It's Giant Killer and nothing always. It's always nothing. See that? It's always nothing in Giant Killer. Hunter's Focus, Pure Flow. You get like Hunter's Focus and you get Pure Flow and you get all the stuff. Stun Immunity. But you never get like Giant Killer, Defier and like a ton of stuff. Oh, that's... Could have been together with Giant Killer somewhere. What the hell do I do with Divine Block Infection Roll? Like, I don't know. Taunt Immunity, Body Protection, Pure Flow. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, it's a little bit of a goal now, I guess. because we're definitely going to try and reroll here for body protection. But it will take some time. It will once again be one of those things where you sit there and you roll this forever, and we just got 50 hammers. Unyielding War Spirit, Divine Block, Body Protection, Dazzle Immunity. Very, very interesting. But it's cool. I mean, we didn't get something new here. We got the effect of being healed. We now have this huge copy. So far, I mean, we didn't put the new soul power on there. Let's do that as well. Soul power. Bam. 10,538 soul power. And that's our LFA. So like in terms of the attack increase, not insane. Like especially for what we spent there, it's not insane. But looks pretty cool. We can say that. Looks fairly cool. Plus the 5th stat there. So, am I happy? I mean, not yet. Obviously. Obviously, we kind of still have to go ahead and get the 5th stat and get the roll in order. And I think the roll is the big thing here. Because with body, whatever, I've always forgot the name. I think we are looking at some very insane buffs. Because you have to keep in mind what buffs he even has. He steals attack. So the attack steal is a buff. So you would put the attack steal on him and it would be 33% more. Then the question is, what else could be buffs? We obviously have like stuff like this. Increases all damage dealt by the hero by 9%. 33% more. Could be, I mean, it's in the essence, it's also a buff. So that would mean we get 12% from this. Would be pretty crazy. And what else falls into that buff is then, of course, the question. Then we have other artifacts. I forgot about this, by the way. We have this as well, giving ourselves buffs. We can duplicate buffs with DGN. So throwing buffs on this and getting 33% more is pretty crazy. And then also, I'm kind of wondering about the interaction of like a DGN. If you have an X DGN and you have this body stuff on there, if it just like increases the buff, or if it's a multiplier to the buff, you know what I mean? So if I have, if I get a 10% attack buff, and is this still a 10% attack buff? Or through this body thing, body protection, does it become like a 13% attack buff? Because that is relevant, that is a difference. Because if I replicate that buff then with DGN to my LFA, and does it replicate a 13% attack buff to that LFA? And he can then do body protection again and increase that 13% attack buff to like a 17% attack buff. Is that how it works? Because that would be kind of crazy. But yeah, so that is currently state. I don't think we will see any difference if we attack anything with this now though. But we can try. Okay, we got Flame Shrine over here. I think we do some Flame Shrine attacks. X LFA. There we go. And yeah, I put Demon Belts on the heroes. Don't know if that's good against this boss. I still don't remember all the boss abilities. First attack here, we are fastest. Yeah, that is a little bit of a problem. I don't know. I kind of think there could have been like a little bit more of a visual to having an X hero. Maybe it's just a moment. Overloading the game with visuals is also not good. Maybe like a big animation at the start of the fight. So you can see, oh, that's an X hero. But is it relevant? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm thinking the wrong thing here. Yeah, so we have to do rerolls. I don't think I'm going to buy daily hammers. Don't really see myself at that, you know. Like I used to buy like the 5 hammers. Oh, they have the energy drain. Oh, that's annoying. Just energy drained our LFA. It just does the ult because of Spectre. I hate those energy drains. Yeah, so the question remains, how long are we going to reroll with that? If I buy the daily hammers, of course it's going to be faster, but it's so annoying. It's like 35 USD per week, and you get 35 hammers for that. It's just like 1 USD per hammer or something. It's crazy expensive. I don't know what the H is thinking there. Bloody energy drain, go away. Stop energy draining our LFA, we need to do big damage. It's not really big damage. It's also a bloody boss, I reckon. So annoying. I don't know. I really always thought it would be cool if they do new bosses there, or just made them annoying. I kind of wish the old ones back. They were also more distinguishable because you knew, okay, that's that hero, that is Barrier or something, and I can go and check out Barrier and kind of understand what they do. For those puppets, they should have at least added these skills. That would have been good. So that you at least understand, okay, that's the energy drain one, that is the one that poisons you, that is the one that does whatever. So, would have been a little bit smarter. Yeah, so far, we couldn't really reap off the profits from our LFA upgrade. We do plus 16 damage, which is a little bit sadness. But it's also only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Probably have to adjust this team as well. Probably not very well suited for this boss. I also have no idea what this boss really does. Do we do any more? It's like 10 times the damage. Thank you for the RNG. Very, very nice. Makes no sense. We're going to do the rest of the attacks later. And yeah, we also get those puppets, by the way. And this is really, really cool, like with the puppets. Because we get some more. We're also going to get like an S tier puppet later on. Would still take a little bit because we're only halfway there. And we kind of upgraded an X hero. So, yeah. We are going to check this out. I'm going to try my very best to upgrade this all a little bit. I'm not too sure if we are going to max out this copy though. Like, I don't know, guys. What do you think? It is rather expensive. 84 more bars. 84. That's a lot. That really is a lot. I mean, we do have puppets and stuff. So, it's not like we can't really upgrade it at all. But what do we just throw at him? We threw like an A- copy at it. We could throw like an A or something. It's all possible. Like, you can summon them probably and take a look at what it would do. But the thing is, even if you throw like an A, it's 5,750. So it would be about 2 bars right now. And if we go with an A-, it's like 1 A- per bar. So it's about, you can kind of just say it's like 8,000. So like 8,000 starry gems per bar with 84 bars to go. Yeah, costs a little bit. So 672,000 starry gems to get this 800 higher. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I certainly don't feel like that's a very good idea. I certainly don't feel like that's a very good idea. I mean, we probably just leave it at that and profit from the rerolls, because the big thing is body protection. That is really the big thing. So we're going to roll for that. I'm going to see, and maybe one day I will make a video and show you guys, okay, that is it. Now we have the roll. And the other question is, of course, how are we going to proceed? I mean, it would certainly be possible to upgrade one more of those guys to X. I wouldn't mind upgrading Patricia. Wouldn't be bad. The problem with that is you have to get like an SSS hero, and right now it's just like there is none. There is none, and I don't believe like that they are going to come to the market and be super cheap. I certainly wouldn't sell them for cheap. I would like, even if I have a bad one, I would say like, here, 400k, 400k. Like, even if it was something entirely ridiculous. Like if I had like, I don't know, which hero do we have that is a little bit ridiculous. If I had like an SSS Cruise, I would say, okay, here's 400k. And I reckon somebody would buy it. So, yeah, we'll have to see about that. For now, X0 achieved. That was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have, leave a comment down below. Maybe visit SG Hub, because without SG Hub, that certainly wouldn't have been an X0 today. And you get the cheapest starry gems there in all of Idle Heroes, the best starry gems as well. And with that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.